Killer Pinata is a 2015 horror comedy. Some days you're the piñata, some days you're the kid with the stick. Sticking it to some kids this time around is our titular Killer Pinata. After seeing this movie, I can't go into a fiesta or mi tienda without seeing one of these and giving myself a little yuck yuck. Where Killer Sofa played its movie, its roles and everything totally straight, Killer Pinata, it's a little bit more relaxed with it. It's a little bit more laxed in its direction and its soundtrack and its acting.
Tight enough?
We'll find out when I hit it.
Guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Let me take a swing. It's dumb. I know, it's supposed to be dumb.
Marty, can you go on a beer run?
I just got here.
We all just got here. But if we wait to go get more beer, we'll all be drunk. I don't want you driving drunk, Marty. I care about you.
Lindsay, why don't you come with me?
Speaking of the acting, it's more it's okay here. It's pretty good, except for maybe 2 or 3 characters, but I really didn't mind it. It didn't take me out of the movie too much because these 2 or 3 characters are the first ones to die in this movie anyways. So the whole time you're rooting for this piñata. I mean, you can't help it. It's adorable, right? This piñata, it's a little donkey. It's angry. It's set on vengeance. That's what drives it. You know, you're rooting for this piñata. I guess it's kind of like Friday the 13th in that way, except they tweaked the formula up enough here where instead of a hockey mask wielding deadite, you got a cute little piece of paper mache party favor. The plot of this movie is about a piñata taking revenge after seeing its love interest being chosen and busted open at a kid's party. Yeah, the piñata has a love interest. At least that's what I got out of it. The use of slow motion and tense music and the eyes of the piñata, it's all used to show us what the piñata's feeling. It's angry. It's sad. You know, they use everything at their disposal that they possibly can to get us or to convey the feeling and emotions of the movie. As cheesy as it sounds, that's what I love about this movie and movies like this. We know why the piñata's mad. There's no question as to what the inciting incident is. And yeah, there's a charm to the puppetry or lack thereof, because how are you gonna puppetry a piñata? It can't be done, but they do it the best they can, just on the tricks of the camera angles. And sometimes, occasionally, at least one time in this movie, it takes possession of a host
drop and give them 50
to finish the job. And it's pretty intense, man. It's funny, you know what I mean? Like, you can't help but laugh at this stuff. It's like when Jason Voorhees took that sleeping bag of that camper and was slamming it against the tree. You're like, oh my god, this is over the top. It's too much. And you get that same vibe here with this piñata. The 3 worst actors, they get taken out, right? They get taken out early in the movie. There's an alley bum.
I brought a gift.
I'm gonna call the cops.
Got some cake.
There's a dude named Marty.
Martin, you act like I've never been out of the house before.
You act like you've never been out of the house before.
And I never called his name, so I'm gonna just call him Fake Drake, because he looks like a fake Drake. Fake Drake, he does have a pretty funny saying though.
In this world, you're either Uncle Jesse or Uncle Joey. Uncle Jesse puts it in her hands.
That's why I think the writing's pretty good. The writing was enough to keep me interested. Lindsay, our main character, has a boyfriend who's frustrated with the lack of interest in him. He also has a great quote.
Think I can handle getting some beers.
Can you handle not being a bitch for 2 seconds?
The movie also does have a Dr. Loomis type.
¿Dónde está?
She's the shop owner where the piñata was purchased from. She knows the backstory and she knows how to kill it. She tells us the backstory of the piñata, which happens to be that a factory worker at a piñata factory, he was a loser, I guess. He was clowned on the daily. One day, one of his coworkers played a prank on him. The prank went too far. He got grinded up in the industrial blender, and his blood got into one of the piñatas. So yeah, you got to be able to suspend your belief, man, which I can. Just enjoy it. Don't ask questions. These movies aren't meant to be taken serious. No voodoo possessions here taking control of a piñata. Just pure old fashioned revenge driven revenge. Yeah, kind of like if the crow came back as a bird instead of a piñata. Wait, supernatural forces, instead of coming back as a murderous crow, he came back as a piñata. Same concept. It's basically the same movie. The ending gets pretty bonkers. I love when movies try to pull off that knife through the chest trick, but you can totally tell that they're holding it in their armpit. You know, that camera trick, it's so cheesy and stupid and you know what's going on, but you know what? Let me show you what I mean. It delivers what it promises. You can tell everybody here was having a good time making the movie. It's definitely a great watch if you like movies about killer inanimate objects taking hold and getting revenge on people. That's what I'm here for. All of these movies. That's what I love. So you have killer sofas, killer piñatas. What's next? The killer teddy bear?